No, but I found his work probably was at 2001, and that's when after 9/11, and it was 2002, and the internet was still new, and streaming was still difficult.
Yeah.
And I started an Access TV show in 2004 or 5 in Portland on one of their main channels. So for a while, I was the only one discussing contrarian ideas in like a leftist city. So it also kind of made me, there's that conspiracy.
Yeah.
So over time, I realized I wasn't going to create change. I
create ripples.
Right. So I realized off-grid was the answer. So I started doing more off-grid interviews and going on camping trips. And I realized Oregon wasn't the place with Portland, with all the people moving there.
Yeah.
So then I went to Dallas. So the whole thing with Alex Jones is he was an influence to get involved, and the more I got involved, the more I saw, especially in the last few years, like not just him, but other people around him, the similar talking points being repeated.
Right.
So like these are conspiracy theorists, right? Well, what about the idea of there being a conspiracy to divide people along the line of race, and other things to create false things, so you divide the country first, and then you create, diverted from that.
Divide and conquer. I mean, it's like, it's an old tactic. They are not the first ones to start doing this, but, it's kind of like, it's weird because there's like a conspiracy within the conspiracy theories almost. Like, it almost feels like a lot of these guys are, like you said, they all have the same talking points. And it's like, are you all like in this together? Like,
well, it involves the mainstream media in ways that they're not even thinking. Like they're thinking the mainstream media is attacking Alex Jones, but if you think about it, think about advertising dollars and marketing. Mm-hmm. So when Barack Obama says, Alex Jones says I'm the devil, and then like Hillary Clinton is writing about Alex Jones. Alex Jones is because of him that I didn't win the election. Well, the whole thing was probably rigged. That's just giving him promotion.
Yeah, kind of how she rigged it.
Yeah, she was acting like she was throwing the fight by falling down and whatnot.
For the DNC side, now it's come out. There's been law. The chairwoman for the DNC came out and said it's all rigged in her favor. All the funding was funneled her way, and when she paid off the debts of the Obama's 2012 run, basically that gave her control of the money. So she wasn't giving anything to Sanders. And who was obviously, as you can see, had like the kind of left vote, and he had the pull. And all of a sudden, she gets the nomination. It's like, what the fuck? Nobody around me wants her to be president. Nobody's talking about her. She rigged it, so she can't get mad when somebody else rigs it.
Right.
Because that's just a karma boomerang, just flying back, hitting you square in the back of the fucking head.
The other thing that stood out, I don't see either side as being really compassionate to certain people that are fleeing these regions, because both parties played a part kind of in the war machine.
Oh, sure. Well, so they're both evil.
So if she's got to play the side, so the person on the internet who isn't really aware of what's like going on, they're saying, okay, here's Trump, and then here's Hillary. Hillary is, okay, so if you have compassion, you're with the left. You're with Soros. And over here, we're taking back America. Okay, I can't really articulate it that perfectly, but it was kind of like, so you and the leftist, Democrat, whatever, if you have just compassion for somebody, and I'm an independent. Uh-huh. So like just the same arguments. I mean, I'm not, there could be good Democrats and Republicans as individuals, but as a collective.
It's kind of like Christians in a lot of ways. Like, it's like, they, like Gandhi said, I like your Christ, but I don't like your Christians. Your Christians are nothing like your Christ. It's so true, it's like the platform they run on and they speak of isn't the way they actually, they don't put that forth in their platform for any kind of change or like that. It's just, kind of a, either you're with this or you're with that, It's like you're conservative or you're a fucking hippie, It's like one or the other.
And as far as conspiracy theory go, didn't they just bring that out in the media? I mean, it is kind of a conspiracy if they're suggesting a foreign government working with a politician. That's basically the definition of so they shouldn't be so quick to demonize all conspiracy theories when they're running on a conspiracy theory.
That's what they do.
But they do.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like.
Well, what about the most popular one? Americans joining ISIS. They're pushing that narrative incrementally. They've been doing that more, whether it be Jihad Jane or.
I thought ISIS was more like an Israel. I thought Israel put that together. It's like they would.
I believe it has been put together for sure, perhaps by multiple groups. China, Russia, and the U.S. all have their wars, if you will, within their country on these. More so China and Russia. We don't really have. Fortunately, people haven't put in camps yet, but China's pretty brutal on their Muslim population. Russia has As far as false flags go, apparently Putin may have been involved in something in 1999 or something. With
I'm sure he was.
Chechnya, I think.
I'm sure he was involved in all kind of shit in 1999.
Ready? Report.
What?
Oh, it came back.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man. I'll
Okay,
you later.
see ya. I'm waiting until 5:50.